Hey guys, this is Willy here. Just doing my first ever toy review on some of my 1 to 6 scale Hot Toys collection. Today I'm going to unbox and review the new 1 to 6 scale Spider-Man figure by Hot Toys, and also the Tracker Predators figure 1 to 6 scale by Hot Toys. Spider-Man, I haven't really watched any reviews yet, so I'm not sure on the general consensus there. But I've seen quite a few on Tracker, and I thought it'd be a good idea to give my own review and compare what I think compared to what other people seem to think about this figure. So let's get these things open and give you guys a look. First off, Spider-Man 3 figure. Spider-Man, I really like the box that this thing came in. I mean, most people don't think too much about the boxes that their collectibles come in. Hot Toys really aren't something that readily available on shelves in Australia. So to buy them here, you generally import. Spider-Man logo, raised logo. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got the fine web pattern raised all over the box as well. And a nice big picture there on the back with the crew that actually sculpted and made this figure. So I've opened up the box, and there's another insert inside. It has a little bit of a blurb down the bottom here. Just regarding the character, I guess, to really appeal to those true fans of whichever character you're buying, in this case Peter Parker or Spider-Man. So you can remove this carefully. It's really important that you look after the boxes and the plastics and everything that comes with these figures if you ever want to get your money back on them. I find my figures to be a bit of an investment since they have resaleability onto the figure. So as you can see inside the box, Spider-Man, he's got his web accessories, his alternate hands. Down here's just a few extra ball joints. I know I've broken a few in my time. And at the bottom here is the stand. Okay, so here we have it, the 1 to 6 scale Spider-Man Hot Toys figure out of the box. Looks fantastic. I'm really happy with it. I jumped on the net really quick to see what other people's verdict was on this figure. The main thing that came up was from the promotional shots, the early work in progress shots. People were really concerned about the suit and the way it would fit the figure beneath. I think it looks fantastic. It looks really good. It looks like him. I'm even going to go into details such as the shape of the thighs. I just had a look at the DVD cover and it's spot on. This one's not removable mask or anything like that, so I'm not willing to test to see if there's a Peter Parker head hiding under that mask, but it looks really good. It comes with basic accessories. It also comes with these really thin strands of web, which I'll try and adjust the white balance a little bit. Probably see it a little bit better. It's hard to focus, but basically it's got the woven thread over the clear band of what is supposed to look like web, and I assume these fixtures are to attach it to the wrist so that it actually can be shot out, attached to the wrist here, and it'll look like it's actually coming from the figure's wrist. So that's a good idea. I like this one. That's got the that's actually got the spread piece of web. Which is quite cool. Points of articulation are exactly the same as any other Hot Toys figure. The one concern I had with the suit was always going to be this shape around the head. I thought it was going to be really tough to get the jawline and the neck to look correct. But I think they did a good job. I mean, if you have a look, it sits quite tight there under the jawline. And it doesn't bunch up anywhere. I mean, it only bunches in the typical places. The bend of the elbow, the armpit, probably behind the knee, a little bit on the ankles, which would be realistic to wearing a suit like this. So I'm not going to complain about it. It's definitely from the cheaper range of the Hot Toys figures. I think in Australian dollars I paid just under $200, maybe $180 for this figure shipped. Compared to a lot of the other figures out there that cost a lot more, that's quite a cheap Hot Toys figure, for us Aussies anyway. So I've given him a bit of a pose, just in the typical web shooting pose. Couple of things I've noticed. One thing I like is I was a bit concerned about how the suit would stay square, symmetrical to his body. You know, where the web actually originates from is always sort of right in the center of his mask. What they've actually done is the eyes are fixed, and I assume that the fabric is actually either glued or sewn then to the eye section. So the eyes are always fixed. It means the mask stays in place because it follows where the eyes go, which will always keep the center of the mask where it should be. I really like it, and I think having, you know, quite a few other Marvel figures, I've got Blade, I've got Whistler, Thor, and a few others, I think it helps having Spider-Man. I think at the end of the day, they are going to eventually bring out all the major Marvel characters, the very major ones, and it'll be good to have them all. I think they'll look good on display together. It just means that I'm going to end up needing another cabinet at some stage. But yeah, that's the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Spider-Man. Next up, I've got the Hot Toys Tracker Predator 1/6 scale figure. The box design for these figures from the Predators movie have always been pretty much the same. The red view on the box with the image of the figure behind. The only difference with this guy being that the box is close to twice the size. And that's because he comes with the dog, the hunting dog. So I'll get this guy open and we'll have a quick look at him. Okay, so this is the Tracker Predator 1/6 scale figure out of the box. As you can see, he has the dog with him. I really like it, I do. I think the figure demands one pose, and if you understand what I mean, you get a figure that comes with this kind of accessory, you're really not going to pose it any other way. You know, it looks right like this, and I think most people who buy this figure will have it posed up with the dog on the leash, and it just suits. As with all Predator figures, it's got the light up aiming reticle there, the tri beam shoulder cannon. One thing I did notice that was a little bit off with this figure is this fake leather strap here was actually out. I think it's meant to be tucked in or glued in this fake leather body wrap, but it wasn't. It was quite loose, so I had to get it back in. Dreadies are awesome, always a cool trait with the Predator range. Originally I bought this guy mainly to finish off the collection. I've got the other three figures: Royce, the main character played by Adrian Brody, the Berserker Predator with the jawbone, and the Falconer Predator. However, after getting this guy, they've just announced that they're doing Noland, which is Lawrence Fishburne's character, so that's another one I'm going to have to get. The dog, all the spines had to be placed on separately. Good for transit because they would obviously quite easily break. You can see they're quite flexible. So all the spines go on separately. Other people have spoken about the unevenness of the feet and the way it stands on the tabletop, and the fact that they've almost added this rock just to correct that mistake. But I think it looks okay. Typically comes with the different blade lengths, so you can set the blade to the length you want, and I believe they're made out of actual metal too, because they've got a bit of weight to them. You can see I've put the middle sized one in there just for the sake of it, for display. I really like this figure. The green in the armor looks really cool too. It's a bit different to the others, which are more brown and darker colors. Yeah, so overall I like him. The tusks on the mask are also a very cool feature. A very original feature to this particular character, and the scar markings on the mask as well are really cool. I've actually ordered the Sideshow 1:1 scale replica mask for this guy, mainly because I couldn't get the Berserker for a decent price. But yeah, I'm getting the mask, so I'll do a review on that at some stage. But yeah, that's the Hot Toys 1:6 scale Tracker Predator. I'll put a link in the down below to another review of this figure by a collector known as Hellspawn666, who I watch all his videos, and he has similar tastes. So I'll link up his review, and that'll give a bit more information on this figure. So that's my first ever toy review. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave a comment in the box below. I'd like to hear what people think so that I can keep doing this and possibly improve upon how I'm doing it. I have plenty of 1 to 6 scale figures to review, older, newer, there's plenty there. So if anyone wants to see a particular figure, let me know. I'd love to do a review on anything. Thanks for watching.